While I was away on business, my parents sold my dream house to pay for my brother's luxury trip. You know that feeling when you've poured your entire soul, every drop of sweat, into building something from the ground up, something that represents everything you've fought for? I had that. It was my craftsman house. But then, I returned from a 6-week business trip, not to the warmth of my home, but to an icy betrayal. My own parents had sold it, to fund my lazy brother's lavish vacation and their shiny new cars. What they didn't know? That cold, calculated act wasn't just stealing my dream. It was about to unleash a devastating clause in my grandfather's will, a clause that would strip them of everything they thought they were entitled to. My name is Garrett Miller, and at 34, I'm an international marketing consultant. I've been fiercely independent since I was 18, when I left my middle-class Pasadena home to forge my own path. I'm not one to dwell on the past, but to understand this story, you need to know what it was like growing up in a family where love always seemed to flow in just one direction. My parents, Robert and Linda Miller, were ordinary people living what looked like an ordinary life. A small house, with a white picket fence, a minivan, stable from the outside. But inside, it was anything but. I have a younger brother, Brian, 4 years my junior, and from the moment he was born, I felt the stark difference in how my parents treated us. Brian was the golden boy. He was lazy, never held a job for more than 6 months. But my parents? They always sheltered him, always made excuses. Brian's still finding his way. My mother would coo, even when he quit his 5th job because his boss didn't understand him. Meanwhile, I was paying my own way through college, juggling 3 jobs, waiting tables, delivering packages, office assistant, just to graduate debt-free. I didn't resent it, though. I believed in hard work, in earning my keep, and I had one person who always believed in me, my grandfather Norman. Grandpa Norman was my rock. A tough man who worked in construction, with rough hands but the warmest heart. He'd sit with me on the porch, telling stories of how he built his life from nothing. "Your strength is your true asset," he'd say in his deep, steady voice. "Money, houses, cars, they're just tools. But your will, Garrett, that's something no one can take away." Those words etched themselves into my soul, a small flame guiding me through the most exhausting days. When he passed away, I was 18. He left me a trust fund, money I could only access partially at 25, if I proved myself worthy. And I did. After 7 relentless years, I used part of that trust for a down payment on an old craftsman house in the Pasadena suburbs. It wasn't a mansion, nothing flashy, but to me, it was everything. It was my dream. A single-story wooden home with a wide porch, stained glass windows, and a small backyard garden. It was old, yes, it needed repairs, but I loved every crack in the full story video added in below.